Did you miss me? I guess not. Stick around. Oh yeah.
It's astounding.
Time is fleeting. Madness
Takes its toll.
Let's do the time warp again.
Why, hello there. It is me, your favorite nightmare necrophiliac clown, WackJob. Yeah, and I am back with an all new wacky horror picture show for you people. This here is my mad twatter, and he's happy to see ya. And that's why I'm called WackJob, because I whack you over the head with it. Yeah. Alright, so it's a new month, and it's the, bring the camera closer, it's the every other month, meaning that it's meaning I'm here to review 2 wacky horror pictures for you, 2 comedy horrors if you will. So, let's get started with the reviews on this edition of the show. So, for my first movie review, I'm reviewing Young Frankenstein. Written by Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder, directed by Mel Brooks, starring Gene Wilder, Peter Boyle, Marty Feldman, and Clarice Leachman. So, this is a 1974 horror spoof about Gene Wilder, who plays Frankenstein, or should I say Frankenstein as he likes to be called. The great-grandson of Victor Frankenstein, who created a monster and does not want to live in his great-grandpa's tracks. But of course, he soon discovers that he inherits his estate, and then he gets a need to, well, recreate the work of his granddaddy. And of course he makes the monster. So, what did I like about this movie? Well, I liked that it was a spoof. Move the camera closer! I ain't telling you again. That's better. What did I like about this movie? Well, I liked a lot on this movie. I liked Gene Wilder's insane performance in this as Frankenstein, or as he later accepts that he is Frankenstein. I also enjoyed Peter Boyle as the monster, and also Marty Feldman was a great Igor with those crazy eyes that he has, crazy eyes, all buzz-eyed and shit. Yeah, that was funny. I also liked how it stayed kind of true to the original black and white Frankenstein from 1931. Yeah, Gene Wilder made it fun though. It was black and white, of course, and this was like 1974. Not to mention that this film is very tame when it comes down to its language. The language is mild and the humor is funny, making this movie a PG-rated movie, which means it's suitable for all the family. Parental guidance is advised. Other things I liked as well was just how much they were taking the piss out of Frankenstein, but it didn't even look like they were trying to. Of course, Mel Brooks is known for his spoofs and parodies of horror and other genres of movies such as The Producers or Blazing Saddles. I enjoyed this movie because, well, Mel Brooks does fine spoofs, and he's doing well because he's still alive and he's like 95. Anyway, my dislikes on this movie. I kind of don't like, let's see. Yeah, I can't really think of much to dislike about this. This is a cult hit after all, but I don't find nothing wrong with it. I mean, I guess it hasn't really aged good with time for most people, as it's seen a bit slow. Like Blazing Saddles, I found that absolutely slow and boring and not funny at all. But this one I found quite funny and a bit slow, but there isn't really much to dislike on this. I will say that we don't get to see the monster till like the second act of the movie. Another thing I like is when they break into a musical number, singing Putting on the Ritz from 1931. Anyway, final thoughts and ratings. I thought the cinematography was good. Mel Brooks does fine directing, and of course, Gene Wilder is a crazy ass himself. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give Young Frankenstein, I think I'll give this a 3 out of 5. Now for the next review of the Wacky Horror Picture Show. Oh, so you're back for the next part of the show. Alright then, well, let's do this. So, my second Wacky Horror review is on Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Directed by Eli Gregg, starring Tyler Labine, something I'm butchering the name, Alan Tubyk or whatever, Christina Bowden, Jesse Moss, and Challen Simmons or whatever the fuck. Okay, so this here is a comedy horror about two rednecks called Tucker and Dale. They want to renovate some cabin, which is like their getaway retreat or whatever. And they stumble across some teenagers that mistake them for stereotypical horror hillbillies. And then it all unfolds from there. Of course, we find out that they're not crazy psychos, they're good people. And one of the friends gets knocked out, and the two guys nurse him back to health. And then there's like some crazy shit going on when the teens think they're psychos, and they end up getting themselves killed and shit. It is just hilarious. So let's get on to my likes and my dislikes on this movie. First of all, my likes. Well, I liked how this was a stupid movie and how funny it was. They really, it was like a horror movie that was like a horror movie by accident. They thought that Tucker and Dale were psycho hillbillies, and they were not. One of the kids is traumatized by this because his parents or whatever were murdered by hillbillies in the movie. There's like flashbacks and shit that go on throughout. And also we, see a lot of good funny deaths in this movie. In fact, most of the deaths are funny. There's one where a guy runs into a branch, another one where a guy falls into like a wood chip or whatever. It's just so fucking funny, and I can't tell you how funny it is. I also like the humor in this and how dumb they all were. Cause they're pretty dumb people in this. I mean, oh yeah, I think it's definitely funny. I watched this movie a shit ton of times on Netflix. And let me tell you, it is just, hysterical how crazy the people mistake one another. Case of mistaken identity. But also, there weren't many digitalized effects in this, but there were good special effects and shit, I'll give them that. I also like the cinematography in this movie. How it's a B movie, but it don't feel like one. It feels like a spoof movie that we see back in the cinemas and stuff like Scary Movie. Anyway, my dislikes. Well, what didn't I like about this movie? Well, some people, it might not be funny. Some people might find it stupid or dumb or whatever. But hey, it's a decent enough film for me. And it's definitely something to enjoy with your buddies when you're not sober at that. But yeah, I just didn't like how stupid the teens were in this. I mean, Tucker and Dale were stupid, but the kids in it were even stupider. They were so dumb that they were pretty much asking for it. I guess that's why you weren't meant to like them. Other than that, I like the story. I liked, yeah, pretty much everything. I can't really think of much else to dislike. You see, I enjoy Wacky Horrors. That's why I do this show. And then I give you a recommendation, but not all the time do I recommend stuff to you. But yeah, the film is definitely very watchable. And this film has had talks of a sequel in the works. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but hey, if it does happen, I'll be all up for that. As long as it tries to live up to the same amount like its predecessor did, or it's not fucking shit, then yeah, I'll be up for a sequel. But up to now, it's just a standalone comedy horror movie. But the horror bit just happens by accident, by the look of things. But the horror is definitely in there. A lot of the comedy is too. But yeah, this is just a funny, crazy ass film. Even one scene where one of them has a chainsaw and they're getting stung by bees because they cut into a beehive and they're going, ah! And shit. They you know, the kids mistake them for a crazy guy with a chainsaw, which I don't blame them for doing. Anyway, yeah, I recommend this movie if you're daft and you like funny stuff. So yeah, my final thoughts and ratings for this movie. I definitely enjoyed this movie. I would watch it again. Probably the more I watch it, the less sober I'll feel, cause, you know, there's only so many times you can watch this and it be funny. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, I think I'll give this one a solid 3 out of 5. Well, that's pretty much it for this month's Wacky Horror Picture Show. Have you seen any of the movies featured in this review show? If so, then let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. The Random Horror Facebook group, the Random Horror Madhouse, the Twitter, Instagram are all linked down below in the description. So until next time, do not have nightmares.